Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We are going into game number 4 in this final matchup in today's Let It Ride tournament. We are super excited for this Zerg vs. Zerg matchup that has just become really tons of fun. We are going to be seeing Winhouse vs. Thor in game number 4. Oops, I did get the NTBL. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the pop-up. And they are going to be cruising out, though, and this should be just fine for everybody. We are going to get this game started off correctly with good, huge white lettering popping up in the very center of the screen. Haha. Alright, not as much fun as it seems, but that is okay. These guys seem to have made it through just fine. Unit stab showing that, yes, they indeed are both at 9 drones and 1 overlord each. Cruising out across the map, they are going to meet down here at this main, I guess is what you call it, and see what they can see. They will see each other and then probably know exactly where they lie, but they may get some scouting done before that. Looks like Thor will be moving out. Cannot wait for that slow overlord. Wants to find out where his opponent is right away. Maybe that means he is going to go for some sort of early play here, some early aggression. We shall see. This could be tons of fun to watch. Let's see what we got here for Winhouse. Nothing as of yet. This is about the time we start seeing some of these things go down. Look at this. We do have 2 drones moving out here. One of them going up to the top for as a scout. There goes the hatchery. So fast expand here for Winhouse. And fast expand as well for Thor. There goes the spawning pool. Production tab showing that he is beating his opponent to spawning pool. Probably will not be for very long. No, he is not. There is Winhouse's on the way as well. However, Thor is going for a gas. And Winhouse staying away from gas here for just a moment. Oh, there goes his gas as well. So pretty even here. Not too much difference. And the one thing I do like about this map is it's got this big, wide open center. This can be tons of fun, and there are so many paths to your opponent's base through the middle of the map. I guess when it comes down to it, there's really, on the ground, there's only this one choke to get into their main and their kind of double naturals. And this is the version that does not have this destructible rocks here. There is a couple versions that have destructible rocks and a ramp leading down to this smaller expansion, which only has 6 mineral patches and a rich Vespene geyser. And we do have Zergling speed on the way right away for Thor. Queens coming out for both players. Looks like both guys going to be just getting in position here. We do have 4 Zerglings cruising out across the center of the map for Thor, chasing down this drone, trying to get the snipe on that drone if at all possible. Any kills at this point are good kills, and Thor definitely believing that, so he's going to try and get the snipe on this guy. We do have an Evo chamber going down, and this is going to be spotted right away by Thor. He is going to be cruising up here into the top of the base, see what else he can see. Is going to be fairly happy. He knows exactly what his opponent is going and seems to probably have already guessed that. Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber, though, both going down. Let's see how we're going to respond here in Thor's base. He does have this Zergling speed here. Nearly completed. Missile attack level 1 immediately for Winhouse. My goodness. We are probably going to see some very heavy roach play here very soon. And Thor going to be moving out with these speedlings. It will come down to whether or not there are enough roaches on the field to defend against that. But Thor appears that he is going to be committing to an attack here. And he's dancing around here, keeping his opponent off the mineral line, but not willing to go in there and take any damage from the spine crawler. And at the same time, he is putting up a Roach Warren of his own and an Evolution Chamber going for a missile attack level 1 as well. So trying to stay on even ground with his opponent. Hey, Shikoi, are you here now?
Mm-hmm.
We
Who
are.
won?
Winhouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he is up 2-1 right now. We are now in Game 4 on Terminus Re. This is tons and tons of fun to watch, man. I wish you were here to be able to see what's going on. I guess you can kind of catch some of it on the live stream.
I could do that. I could do that.
But we do, let's see, we have a spine crawler going down here at the base for Thor. He is just slightly behind, but copying his opponent's build at this point when it comes down to it. So pretty fun to see that, and he is keeping good map control right now. Staying out as close to his opponent's base as he can safely. At the same time, though, Winhouse is going to be taking
2 bases, that's interesting.
Yeah. And Winhouse now taking a third. His little natural, the one that only has 6 mineral patches and a rich Vespene Geyser, which can be a very, very handy base to have. With that rich Vespene Geyser, you only have to commit 3 drones to the gas and get quite a lot of gas out of it. So I say pretty good, especially if you're going to be teching, which it appears that these guys are going to continue to tech here for just a little bit. We'll see what they've got going. They're still both on just 1 Evo chamber. And Winhouse, though, does have Carapace level 1 on the way now. He has completed weapons level 1, missile level 1 for those roaches. Pretty good stuff, man. Some static defense for both players. Units tab showing 19 roaches for Thor right now, and he is supply blocked. Did get one of his overlords sniped somewhere on the map, probably at his opponent's base. That's really the only place that there is AA. But Thor rather going to be taking his expansion as well, the exact same one, the little expansion with the rich Vespene Geyser. But Thor definitely has got a roach advantage right now, and he actually has a probe advantage, which is, not probe, haha. How about a drone advantage? Let's try that one. He does have a drone advantage and is going for an infestation pit right now. And infestation pit just now completing for Winhouse. But Winhouse, yeah, just a little bit behind. It looks like Thor going to stay on top of him with that roach count, which is not a bad idea. It's come to be kind of the go-to unit in this Zerg vs. Zerg matchup lately. Isn't that right, Shikoi? Well, I do believe that it is, and I imagine that if Shikoi were here...
I agree.
Oh, yes, there he is. There he is. He is here. And we do have the roach...
I was just looking at some stuff from a G-Force tournament that
Ah,
I missed.
that's no good. Well, we do have roach speed just about to complete here for
I don't know why it
Thor.
sounds so robotic. I apologize.
That's alright. Not a problem. It'll go away. It usually does. But look at this. We do have pathogen glands almost completed here for Winhouse. And just the exact same thing for Thor as well. I mean, we've got a very mirror matchup. I mean, this is taking mirror to a new level. These guys are doing the exact same things. Except the one thing I can say for Thor is he does have a lot of roaches out on the field already, which can serve him pretty well, and he does have a slight drone advantage. Oh my goodness, we do have movement. Thor is going to be moving out across the map here, it appears. Yes, he is. This, I think, is definitely being spotted by Winhouse. If he was paying attention to his minimap, which I assume that he probably is. But here he goes. He is actually stalling. Oh my goodness. He's just going to be out here to protect his forward expansion, which is not a bad idea either. Getting quite a few roaches. There's some infestors coming out to the center of the map here. But Thor being pretty aggressive with this expansion, moving out to the center of the map and taking it right in the middle. Not a bad play though. As long as he can hold that off, he should be at a pretty good advantage here. We'll see how Winhouse is going to respond to that. I'm half expecting Winhouse to expand, but kind of in a safer position or something like that. Maybe kind of hidden out of the way. or take this one right here in front of his base. Oh, actually he is. He has got that in the queue. He's going to be moving a drone out there right now to do that. So these expansions are literally going to be right across the center of the map. They are very, very, very close to each other now when it comes down to it. So this is going to be pretty tense here for just a little while. How's the sound going for you now, Shikoya? You sounding any better? No, he is not. He is sounding like nothing at all.
Well, let me test. Test.
Sounds good. It is very, very clear. That's what we like to hear. Uh-oh. We've got speed upgrade for the Overlords, and they are headed out across the map to gather information. They are going to find a lair.
They sure are. They're going to be happy to find it, too.
And we've got this evolution chamber going for Carapace level 1 right now for Thor. So getting a little bit behind. We are on Carapace level 2 for Winhouse. He is at +2 and a nearly +2.
If Winhouse wins this game, he wins, doesn't he? Best of 5.
That is it. That is correct. This will be it for him. And Thor does have +2, +1 now just complete to +2, +1 for his opponent. Lots and lots of fungal growth. We need to see a couple more from Thor. Otherwise, these roaches are going down. Oh my goodness. These roaches are about to get obliterated. Too much fungal growth from Winhouse at very, very good times. And Thor now in a lot of trouble. My goodness. Going into that matchup with an advantage almost. I mean, you definitely had an advantage in the numbers. And Winhouse able to take that down pretty convincingly. Probably going to see him take out this expansion now. Thor going to try and defend this. He's got units streaming over there at this point. Needs to do something to make this stick, though. My goodness, these roaches are just getting obliterated as they stream over there. Even though all of Winhouse's roaches are very, very soft at this point.
There's just so many, though, in numbers.
Yeah, I mean, they can just one-shot every single roach. Just brutal. And Thor, knowing that his expansion is definitely at risk right now, so he is taking another expansion to try and compensate for that. Don't blame him there. He did get out quite a few infestors. Is going to need to have good fungal growth placement here in the future very, very quickly. Otherwise, he's going to be in big trouble. Looks like Winhouse is going to be committing to another attack here for just a moment. Fungal growth going down on some of those roaches. Trying to split this army a little bit with fungal growth. There goes another fungal growth. And another fungal growth right now would be pretty clutch. There's another. Not too bad. Looks like Thor will be able to hold on here, maybe evening the field just a little bit. He does have, looks like, a pretty decent infestor advantage. 10 to his opponent's 5. But it will come down to the fungal growth placement. And some of these infestors getting fungal growth by Winhouse. My goodness. Oh, they're going down. Losing 3 infestors there for Thor. My goodness. And going to be pushing out with these. Backing up. Back and forth here, back and forth. My goodness, Winhouse being very, very good with those fungal growths. That's what we like to see. It looks like he's going to cruise up here to the north and find an expansion that will be left pretty well undefended. Going to be taking that out with what appears to be only 6 roaches. No, 5 roaches. But it is going to be plenty. Oh, no! Thor is overreacting to this, taking his whole roach army up to the top here to defend this. Hopefully Winhouse does not counterattack at this point, but it looks like he is. He's going to be moving out with some roaches and these infestors right now. Over back to this expansion. Going to be catching this expansion out of position here. Thor going to have to back up here right away to defend this. Oh, these roaches just getting obliterated here. And now has got his army back in place, trying to get a flank on him. Pretty good fungal growth here by Thor right now. But Winhouse doing a lot of damage to his economy as well. My goodness, you very rarely get to see battles like this fought on like 5 fronts at once. But wow, is this ever crazy. Look at these guys battling it out at like 400 locations in the exact same battle at all sorts of different crazy angles. That was hard to cast. Who knows what's the best screen on that one. Go ahead.
that was wow. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, that was a lot of units going back and forth. Look how close they're expansions are to one another. It's
I
like
know.
down the ramp, up the ramp. You know, it's like wow.
Oh, Thor losing all of his infestors there that were out there. One more going down. Got to get these roaches in a better position. Back in the fight. There they go. Looking pretty good now. Need to see some more fungal growths. Oh, and look at that. Winhouse burrowing right there in his opponent's main, or, well, not main, but that forward expansion. My goodness, Shikoi. What do you think about this matchup? My goodness.
Well, Thor definitely does not want to lose this game.
Boy, I'll say.
The only thing I can give credit to him, though, is he is defending his third like crazy, and he has a fourth base that he's riding on. So, I mean, it's not like it's too effective as far as what Winhouse is doing at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's on 4 mining bases. Winhouse only on 3. Jeez, look at this roach battle. We're at +2/+2 for Winhouse, +3/+1 for Thor, so a little bit different tech pattern there. Very interesting, and is proving to be fairly effective, though. Getting that extra attack out. Lots and lots of infestors. Thor staying on top of his army count. He has got about a 50 supply advantage over Winhouse right now, so I'm saying Thor is definitely going to be ahead in this matchup with that. Really is his 4th expansion, 5th base total. His mine is almost completely mined out, but so is the main. Did I say mine? Main, rather. Winhouse has his main completely mined out as well. He needs to be expanding because his natural is about to be mined out. His little expansion about to be mined out. The only base that he will have is this other forward expansion, which, my goodness, that can be tough to defend, as we all know. And
it makes sense to expand too, because as long as he can keep concentrating on that little battle spot, he can expand the entire southern part of the map, because Thor is not going to want to give that spot up, so he's not going to waste much to go out and kill those expansions if Winhouse decides to put them up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Would like to see some expanding from Winhouse. There's one right there. He is taking it at that southern main, so exactly what you said. Very, very well done. But Thor does have a maxed out army, and he is about to be moving out, it appears. Gearing himself up mentally, I assume. Maybe waiting on just a little bit more energy from some infestors. But we will see. I mean, Winhouse, this is his opportunity, because now Winhouse has got the opportunity to macro up his army. But here comes the attack right now. Winhouse backing out immediately. He has mixed in some Hydras into this army.
That's interesting.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thor going straight down south, getting cut out of position, and Winhouse going to be moving in here, taking out all of his infestors. He did get some clutch fungal growths down to get those last 3 infestors out, but he did lose a couple. One of them, another one going down. Oh my goodness, some pretty good fungal growthing though from some dying infestors, and now Thor in pretty decent shape. He's got quite a few roaches rocking and ready to go in this battle. He's just taken out a lot of those infestors. Man, these infestors are not lasting long in this matchup today. That is tons of fun to see. Looks like Thor is going to be backing out here for just another moment. But another nice thing was that Winhouse did get the snipe on that forward expansion while Thor, was out of
There's
out
so
of
many
place.
roaches on the field. I mean, I think they're going to attack right now.
He is.
There's so many roaches.
Thor is going to be able to snipe this forward expansion of Winhouse. So, boy, reciprocation back and forth. These guys really keep taking mirror matchup to that next level. And Thor still has a nearly maxed out army. He is taking another expansion of his own right now. Pretty good fungal growthing there by Winhouse, stopping that forward movement from Thor. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, a little bit of burrow here. Oh, fungal growth going down on the burrowed roaches. Thor's going to have to unburrow these guys, or they are all going to go down.
Wow.
Good fungal growths there from Winhouse. Saw where he went under the ground. Decided, I am going to fungal growth those. Look at this. Now we have Hydralisks for Thor as well. So Hydra, Roach, Infester. Good night. This is fantastic play. He has got plus +2/+2, or no, sorry, +3/+2 for Thor, and +2/+2 for Winhouse on these ground units. This is a crazy matchup. We do have some drones being transferred down to the southern expansions for Winhouse. Kind of a tense moment. Looks like they're going to go safely, though.
It's a long game.
Yeah, it is. We are at the 28-minute mark. My goodness. And that hatchery going down again for Thor.
Yeah, the only thing for Zerg that I can say is, I mean, they're so quick to spawn units. So, I mean, once they get the ability to have maxed out armies, it's just recycle after recycle.
Yeah, I agree. These, oh, look at this. We do have quite a few roaches down here at the southern expansion. Going to be cleaned up here by Thor. I mean, by Winhouse, rather. But Thor did get the snipe on that expansion, so now we have got Winhouse really on his back. He is
Why did he burrow his... He has so many things burrowed at his expansion.
I know. He is in a lot of trouble right now. He has got to expand. He is on 0 mining bases when it comes down to it. He's got 1 mineral patch that has 10, now 5, and now 0. That is right. He has got no mineral patches being mined from right now at all. None whatsoever. Thor has got a maxed out army. And
not good.
Nope. I mean, he's going to have to long distance mine here. And that's never a fun situation to be in. Let me tell you, I've tried it before. He's stuck at 215 minerals right now. I mean, it does not get more brutal than that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish if Thor sees this, he would just push out right now because he can just keep respawning that army.
Yep.
This might be game.
Oh, I think it's got to be. I mean, looks like Winhouse is having to gear up for his last push here.
How can you even call it a push with
I
the
don't
103 army?
I know, and most of that is drones. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he's got almost no army. How many roaches does he have? He's got
18
roaches and 8 infestors. I mean, he is in brutal shape right now. Brutal shape.
Thor has more hydralisks, infestors, and roaches than his roach count.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost has more roaches than Winhouse's entire army.
Yep. Brutal. And here comes the attack right now. Long distance mining. He is seeing that. Getting those drones burrowed there. So at least he's keeping those guys alive. But you know what? He needs the minerals so bad right now. Oh, man. And I'm saying this is going to be it.
No question.
Looks like Thor is going to be able to clean this up in pretty good style. There's the GG from Winhouse. Very, very well played. Man, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We'll see you guys next time.